Hello and welcome to Studio Classroom on the air. Your English will improve today. I hope you believe it, because I do. My name is Gabe, and I'm very happy to be one of your teachers here at Studio Classroom. Now, everyone knows that talking is a big part of life, but when are conversations especially important? Are they really important on a date? In an interview, perhaps, at a party, or when you're meeting new people? What do you think? When are they really important? The name of today's lesson is Holding Conversations. Hold is the word we use for having a conversation. It's the idea of being in control and letting the conversation flow naturally, not stopping. Now, today we'll learn about the importance of proper body language while having a conversation, and of course we'll learn much more. So, let's begin.
Holding conversations. Be comfortable talking to other people. Holding conversations may not seem like a skill. After all, everyone talks to other people frequently. But talking to new people makes many people nervous. Here are some ways to make conversations more fun and less awkward. Body language. As strange as it may seem, much communication happens without any words. The way you stand and act tells people a lot about you. When you're talking with someone, stand up straight and look them in the eye.
Hi everyone, welcome to Language Lab. 这篇文章的第一个重点，我们看 frequently 这个副词。frequently 是指经常地或频繁地。例如 Sarah has seen her doctor frequently lately because of her health condition. Sarah 因为身体不适，最近常常去看医生。frequently 和 often 都翻译成经常，但是 often 比较强调经常性。例如How often do you call your parents? 你通常多久一次打电话给父母亲呢？而 frequently 比较强调的是次数频繁。例如 The boy frequently interrupted the teacher in class. 这个男孩屡次上课时打断老师。如果去到字尾的 ly, frequent 可以是形容词。例如 Sean became a frequent visitor to New York City after he took this job. Sean 接了这份工作后，成为到纽约的常客。接下来我们看 awkward 这个形容词。awkward 是指令人尴尬的、难应付的，或者是笨拙的。例如 Tina is good at handling customers' awkward requests. Tina 很善于处理顾客提出来难应付的要求。或者是 The dispute between these two departments put the boss in an awkward position. 这两个部门的纠纷让老板的处境很为难。或者是 Ben feels awkward initiating conversations with girls. Ben 觉得主动跟女生谈话很尴尬。如果字尾加上 ly, awkwardly 就是副词。例如 The boy kept clearing his throat awkwardly when he spoke. 这个男孩说话时一直很尴尬的在清喉咙。
Thank you very much, Michelle, for interrupting the conversation that Rebecca and I were having. We were just having a great conversation, and now we need to teach today's lesson.
About holding conversations.
Well, hey, at least it's about something we both like, conversations.
Yeah, we both like to talk. We both like to hold conversations, but I do think I like to ask questions more than you do.
You like to ask questions?
I do.
You do like to ask questions. Well, you did study journalism in school.
That's right. And because I studied journalism in school, I enjoy asking questions. But in general, my family enjoys asking questions.
Oh, yeah?
It runs in the family.
You know what? Someone once told me in high school, it makes you seem like a very interesting person if you can ask questions. Even though if you're asking questions, usually it's the other person who's talking a whole lot, they still think you're interesting because you asked the question.
And it also shows that you're interested in the other person. So you're not only interesting, you're interested in other people.
So holding conversations, of course, is a very valuable part of life, friends. We read here, be comfortable talking to other people. Holding conversations may not seem like a skill, we read. After all, everyone talks to other people frequently. So after all, it's like that Chinese phrase, 毕竟. Okay, you know, everyone knows this. We talk to people all the time.
Now you see this word frequently here in our lesson, but there's a related word, the verb form of this word frequent, that we would like to talk about. So Gabe, what do you have to say about this word?
Well, yeah, because Michelle did talk about words related to frequently, but she didn't talk about frequent as a verb, but I think it's kind of a fun word to use. It means to frequently go to a place. So you can frequent that place.
For example, Grace loves to go to this particular restaurant near her house because it is frequented by actors and actresses.
That's a great example. Sounds like Grace is trying to maybe see if she can see some of her favorite celebrities.
Exactly, and then maybe she'll take a picture with them, so she loves it.
Well, is there a place that you like to go often, friends? Perhaps you could use this word. Recently, I've been frequenting this 水饺 place near work here. It's called 水饺之家, and I love it. That's why I go probably 2 times a week now.
So you frequent that place every week, 2 times a week.
Well, right, I do frequent that place.
Quite often.
So, everyone talks to other people frequently. We read on here, but talking to new people makes many people nervous. Rebecca, you're a pretty outgoing person. Was there a time in your life when talking to other people made you nervous?
Oh, you know, when I was little, I was actually a very shy person.
Okay.
I did not enjoy talking to people, even if they started the conversation. They asked me questions. I was still nervous.
Yeah, so it's a natural thing. It's a normal thing for a lot of people. Here are some ways to make conversations more fun and less awkward. And we read here something about body language. As strange as it may seem, much communication happens without any words. As something as it may seem, that's a good sentence pattern for you to know, to use when you want to share something that is surprising and whatever adjective you used.
And here is an example as to how you can use this sentence pattern. As silly as it may seem, I really like eating applesauce.
Is that really true, Rebecca?
I actually do, and I can never find applesauce in Taiwan.
Well, it does seem like a silly fact about you.
I do, I love it.
If it's true, that's a great example sentence.
And sometimes I have to make my own applesauce if I want to eat it.
Well, that's probably even better. Well, friends, let's continue here. The way you stand and act tells people a lot about you. Actually, this reminds me of a related phrase, and that is nonverbal communication. So that involves body language, also your tone of voice and your expressions and things like that.
Right, and actually a lot of our everyday communication is actually done through nonverbal communication. That is using your hands, your facial expressions, and it communicates a lot.
And here's an example. When you're talking with someone, stand up straight and look them in the eye. That's an example of some form of nonverbal communication.
Gabe?
Yes.
Now you're talking.
Oh boy. Well, you know, it's time for us to stop talking and go to the info cloud.
Hello friends, welcome to InfoCloud. Before we start today's lesson, I would like to ask Rex a question. Rex, can I invite you to my birthday party? It's going to be a big event.
Joe, you know I don't like parties. I enjoy being alone and having a little quiet time by myself. Talking to people makes me feel tired.
But I'm going to buy a lot of caramel ice cream and chips for the party.
Oh, now you're talking.
Okay, I'm there. That's great. Rex just mentioned a very interesting expression. Now you're talking. Whenever people say that, it means the person has finally said something cool or worth listening to.
When people are listening to something that doesn't interest them, and all of a sudden the speaker says something that's a lot better than what was said before, the listener can say, "Now you're talking."
When people say this expression, it means that the discussion can have a different conclusion. Like in Rex's case, he now may end up coming to my party.
今天要分享一个非常有趣的流行语 ，Now you're talking。字面上的意思就是你现在正在说话。这句话要怎么使用呢？当有人在跟你讲一些你不感兴趣的话，突然之间话锋一转，说了一些你觉得很棒、很酷的内容，你可以对他说 "Now you're talking"。现在呢，你终于在说一些值得我听的话了。例如，我不想去参加 Joe 的生日派对，因为我不喜欢社交场合。但是 Joe 说 "I'm buying ice cream and chips for the party"， 我会买冰淇淋和洋芋片，正中我下怀。我就可以回答 "Now you're talking"， 你终于在讲一些令我感兴趣的话了。这句话也代表你之前说的内容我都不太想听。这就是今天的 Info Cloud， 我们下次云端见。
I'd like to buy 2 tickets to Main Street Station.
Ticket. Main Street Station is in Zone 2. The cost for 2 tickets is $5.
狮子宝宝金盏花洗发沐浴系列，使用 Cosmos 欧盟天然有机认证成分，通过法国 SGS 严苛检测，温和不刺激，提供全天候的保湿呵护。
狮子宝宝一辈子的好朋友。
Zone. Okay, do you sell all-day passes?
All-day pass. Yes, the cost of our all-day pass is $5.
I'd like 2 all-day passes. Here's $10.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thanks. You too.
Studio Classroom is on the air.
Hello. Welcome back to Studio Classroom. Does having a conversation with somebody sometimes make you nervous? Well, sometimes for me too, actually. Even though I am an outgoing person, but it could happen to everybody. Sometimes you just feel like talking more than other times. But there are some things that can help you, especially if you are naturally a more nervous person around new people. One thing to keep in mind is your body language, right? Make sure that you are making eye contact with the person you're talking to. What will this show? Well, that's what we're going to find out now.
Holding conversations. This shows that you're confident. And if you're nervous, acting like you're confident can help you feel more confident. When you're listening, look at the other person. Lean forward to show that you're interested in what they're saying. Back and forth. A good conversation is not a speech, which means that both people need to participate. If you're doing all the talking, pause to give the other person time to speak. If they don't say anything, try asking them a question.
OK， 继续我们看 confident 这个形容词 ，fid 这个字根有信任的意思，所以 confident 是指自信的或者是有信心的。例如 ，the company is confident that this new product will be very popular。 这家公司很有信心，这个新产品会广受欢迎。如果要说明对什么对象有信心的话，是用 in 这个介系词。例如 Rose is a very talented girl. She just needs to be more confident in herself. Rose 非常的有才华，她只是需要对自己更有自信。它的名词是 confidence, C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-C-E。例如 The actor shows great confidence in his acting. 这位演员对于自己的表演非常有信心。最后我们看 pause 这个动词 ，pause 是指暂停或使停顿。例如 The mayor paused a while before answering the reporter's sharp question. 市长在回答这位记者很尖锐的问题之前，略略停顿了一下。或者是 The YouTuber had to pause his live stream because of some technical problems. 因为某些技术问题，这位 YouTuber 必须暂停他的直播。Pause 也可以当名词，例如 After a half-hour pause, the hikers continued their climb. 停了半小时之后，这些登山者继续爬山。And now let's get back to our teachers.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Well, friends, we continue here. This shows that you're confident. What shows that you're confident? When you stand up straight and look someone in the eye when you are talking with them. Now, there's a related word to the word confident. It's an adverb, and it's confidently. Okay, so this means you're doing something with confidence, or because you're showing that you have trust in yourself. You're doing it confidently.
For example, Mark confidently walked to the front of the class to give his speech. You know, whenever you have to give a speech of some sort at school or you're in a performance, you need to do it confidently. Because if you walk to the front of the class confidently, people don't know that you're nervous.
Yeah, you know what, Rebecca? We've both judged speech contests.
Oh, yes, many times.
Right, and sometimes the student will come from their seat and they'll just kind of get up very shy like this and go to the front. And then, and then when they're ready, they might say, "Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I am number 1, and I would like to talk to you about..." You know, it makes a difference when you can get up from your seat and act confident and you're happy because you're excited about talking what you want to talk about. So it's important to do things confidently because it lets other people be confident about you as well.
That's right. Even if you are nervous, if you do something with confidence or you do it confidently, then it actually makes people, your audience, more at ease as well.
And so sometimes at first you might need to fake that kind of confidence, but you'll get used to it, okay? So this shows that you're confident. It's important to be confident. And if you're nervous, acting like you're confident can help you feel more confident. So that's what I was saying. So fake it. Maybe sometimes you have to fake it until you make it, right?
Right. And we read here, when you're listening, look at the other person. Lean forward to show that you're interested in what they're saying. Now, if you're listening to someone and you're like way back here, you're not really paying attention, it might give them the feeling that you're not paying attention.
Or maybe you kind of have your cell phone in your lap and you're kind of looking at it every once in a while, not really paying attention to the other. But no, put your cell phone away, first of all. That's a great rule when you're in a conversation with somebody. Yeah, lean forward sometimes when you're listening to the other person. Now, I think that we have to be flexible with this rule because, especially with looking someone in the eye, right? Because I notice that if someone's talking to me and they're always looking at me in my eye, I feel kind of awkward. Because sometimes it's natural for us to kind of look to the side here and there when we're sharing a story. But when you're listening to somebody, that's when it's more important to look that person in the eye to show that you're interested in what they have to say.
Well, I think the idea here is that if I'm talking to you, but then I'm like, let's see, looking over here.
Sure.
Oh, hi. You know, looking over there. Yeah. It's very awkward.
Right. So don't be easily distracted by other things. That's true. So friends, there are some great rules to have when it comes to communicating with people, but sometimes you do need to have a little bit of flexibility. But we read here something else. about questions, okay? Actually, something that Rebecca and I want to talk about, and that is certain kinds of questions. One is a clarifying question. That is a question to clear up any kind of confusion that you might have.
For example, say someone just said something and you can ask a clarifying question. Let me just clarify. Did you say that you went to Azusa Pacific?
Exactly. That's where I went for university. Right. So that's a good question. Another kind of question is a follow-up question. So it's a question that means you want to know more details or perhaps something related to what you were talking about.
For example, I know you went to Azusa Pacific, so what did you study there?
Ah, good. Well, I studied communications and I had a great time studying drama as well. And we don't have time to talk more about my major in university because right now it's time for the SC Challenge. For today's SC Challenge, we have back in the studio a dynamic duo, a married couple, Pauline and Josh. And so far this month, Pauline has won one SC Challenge, Josh has won another. How do you guys feel about today? Pauline?
It's a big moment. We have some bets going on who's going to win. Of course, I'm betting I'm going to win. And Josh?
Yeah?
I've been instructed that I need to share a little bit of wisdom with everyone in English. It's an old English saying that says, happy wife, happy life.
We'll see.
Keep that in mind as we get started with today's SC Challenge. Very good. Here is number one. How does the lesson describe holding conversations? A, it's very easy. B, it's a skill. C, it's impossible. D, it's a speech. Whoa, that was Josh first.
I'm going to go with C, it's impossible.
C, it's impossible. Is that how you felt when you first met Pauline, or?
Not when I first met Pauline, no.
No? Okay, because that's not correct. And Josh is actually a very skilled conversationalist. Pauline, do you have another guess?
Right, it's a skill, like you said. I believe that was B.
It's a skill. That is B. I wonder if Josh is thinking about his word of advice. Happy wife, happy life. Well, number two, fill in the blank. Communicating with actions but no words is an example of what? A, body language. B, a pause. C, confidence. Or D, a debate. Yes, Josh?
Body language. Very loud body language.
Very loud body language. Well, you are correct. It is a body language. Excellent. It's 1-to-1. Game point right here. Number three, if you are conversing with someone and there is a long pause, what should you do? Any guesses? Just kidding. Just kidding. Here's A, keep waiting. B, ask a question. C, talk about yourself. Or D, stare at them. That was Pauline.
As funny as just stare at them is, I'm going to go with ask them a question.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I would like to just stare at the person and make it really awkward and uncomfortable. But you are correct. B, ask a question is correct. All right, well, Josh, very nice job. But Pauline, great job. You are today's winner.
I'm happy.
All right. I guess that makes you both winners.
That's another English saying. You may not win the battle, but you win the war.
All right. Well, friends, I know that you got all those questions or those answers as well. That's all the time we have for today's SC Challenge. Hi, friends. We've had a great lesson today about holding conversations. Do you know what really annoys me when I'm in the middle of a conversation with somebody? Is if they have their cell phone out the entire time we're talking, even if they're not looking at it, but they have it in their hands like this. It's not a good idea. It means to me they might want to look at their cell phone more than have a conversation with me. So friends, when you're having a conversation, put your cell phone in your pocket. We have more to learn about holding conversations next time right here on Studio Classroom.
狮子宝宝金盏花洗发沐浴系列，使用 Cosmos 欧盟天然有机。